Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing this look for you. There are so many different kinds of special occasions going on right now. Prom, graduation. I wanted to do a look that would really be flattering on just about everyone and has to be long wearing because it is also spring and summer, and I've been getting requests to do like long wearing makeup for, you know, these humid hot days. This makeup will last. It's perfect for my oily skin girls as well. I'm excited to do this talk through look for you guys, so let's get started. I'm gonna start with my Benefit, the Porefessional. So I like to apply it wherever I have enlarged pores, and I get like a really tiny amount. So we're just gonna spread that right, mostly on my cheeks and my nose, and then just a bit on the forehead and chin. Blend that in. The foundation mix I'm going to be using today is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte in the shade Golden Beige, mixed with a little bit of my Missha Perfect Cover BB Cream in number 27. This just adds a little bit more darkness and color to this, and it also helps smooth out the texture of this a little bit too. I do really like the foundation, and it is definitely long wearing. If you don't have a BB cream, you can use like your moisturizer, just anything to thin it out a little bit if you do tend to have little dry patches and you don't want to look cakey. I'm just going to get a little bit of this on my hand, very little bit of my Missha Perfect Cover. I'm just going to use my finger to mix it together, and I'm just going to dot that over my face. I have some like hyperpigmentation over here. But a lot of the times I like applying most of the foundation like in the center of the face and then blending it out. Sigma Flat Angled Kabuki, just going to use this to blend it in. Anytime I mix something with my BB cream, it makes it much easier to blend out. So I'm pretty happy with this coverage. I'm going to keep it pretty light, but I am going to go in with my Maybelline Master Conceal Light Medium. And I'm going to get this over my hyperpigmentation and just spots that need more coverage. And I'm going to use my little precision flat angled brush from Sigma. So it's like the little baby version of the foundation brush I just used. Get a little bit on your hand, dotting it over spots that I need it on, like right here. You know what, I'm going to go ahead and just use it as my under eye and highlighting concealer too, just because I got a little bit too much this time. I was going to use my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind to do like the highlighting, brightening concealer thing, but it's alright. I did moisturize my eyes, so I shouldn't have any like caking issues today. So I'm going to go ahead and just use, and I will have a list of all the products I'm using down below if you're just like, what? I can't keep up with these names. So I'm just brightening up underneath my eyes right now. I always like to get at least a strip down the nose. Makes the nose look a little bit taller. So I like to get just a bit right here in the center of my forehead as well. So you just want to blend that in. And you can apply some right here around the nose, as well as around the mouth. Still a little bit of shine on my face, as you can see. So I'm going to take a blotting tissue and just make sure to get rid of any oil on my face before I set it with powder. See, there is a little bit. Sometimes, like BB creams especially, and moisturizers, there's like a little bit of oil in it, so you just want to get rid of all that oil. Alright, now I'm going to take my Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. I accidentally dropped it, so the cap is detached from it, but I'm still using it. I just like keep it in my bathroom. And I'm using my, I believe it's the Crown Large Chisel brush. Once again, I'll have everything listed down below. And I'm just going to pat this over my face, especially in the areas that I get the most oily. Okay, I'm going to do my brows. I'm just going to use my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. And I'm going to be doing most of this off camera because I am going to do a separate video comparing this with the Anastasia Brow Wiz. So you definitely want to stay tuned for that because that's probably going to come out pretty soon. So I'm just going to go ahead and brush through my brows. One done brow, one not so done brow. I'm going to go into my Wet n Wild Take on the Day Fergie eyeshadow primer now. So you of course want to make sure, or I make it last too. So I'm getting that above and underneath and just spreading that out. We're going to be using our L'Oreal La Palette Nude 2 palette. We're mostly going to be using these first 4 shadows right here. So first I'm going to take my Sigma Tapered blending brush, it's just the E35, and we're going to go into this shade right here. And then we're just going to apply that into the crease. So where you feel your orbital bone just kind of sinking in, you just want to get this color in, because you just want to get like a nice soft wash of color. This is going to be our transitioning shade. And depending on your eye shape, I actually want this part of my eye a little bit more lifted, so I'm going to go a little higher up, right in this area. And I'm going to take my Sonia Kashuk, it's like a flat shader brush, I'll have the exact name in the info, and I'm going to take this shade right here, it's the second shade, get this all over the lid. I'm just going to leave the center of my lid untouched. Then flipping the brush over, I'm going to take the lightest shade, which also is a shimmer, and then we're going to get that right on the center of the lid. See how pretty that is? Alright, now I'm going to take a bit of that deeper shade, which is the fourth shade right here, using the Sigma E35 brush again. So I'm just going to start deepening up my outer V. So bringing that in here, and then blending it upwards. You really can control how dark you want this. If you want it really soft, feel free to keep it nice and soft. You can bring it further in, you can keep it just out here. If you want, you can even just blend out the edges some more. I'm just grabbing my Sonia Kashuk brush. This is like a denser brush, so it does an awesome job at blending out the edges. Right now I'm just patting in that dark shadow, just into this corner. I'm not even blending, I'm just patting it in. So I went ahead and lined this eye first off camera, but I'm just using my Dolly Wink liquid liner, and I'm just going to line it with a slight little wing. And just going to go across, just to kind of get in between those lashes first. And then for my wing, I just have it in the direction of my lower lash line, pointing up towards like the tip of my brow. So just like that, and then I just grab it and then pull this in. Just like that. And then you can continue filling in any gaps. Now I'm going to lightly rim my lower waterline. I'm just using my Sigma Boost eyeliner, still one of my favorite long-lasting black liners. I usually like to have it darker on the inner half, and then lighten it as we get onto the outer half. And I also am going to apply a bit right underneath the lower half of my lash line, but you don't have to do this unless you want that extra drama. Grabbing this little smudge brush from Sigma, I'm just going to go ahead and blend that in. Alright, just because I really like the purpley and plummy shades in here, I'm going to use them. I'm going to take this one right here, just using that same brush. I'm going to take my pencil brush, Sigma, go into the lightest shade first, apply that into the inner tear duct right here, just to brighten up our eyes. Kind of warmer shade. And we're going to apply that into the center of the lid. I'm going to curl my lashes. I thought about doing false lashes, but I'm not going to today. I'm just going to make sure I curl my lashes up really nicely. So you always want to make sure you get as close to the base as possible and then continue curling it outwards. My Maybelline Lash Sensational and Waterproof for my top and bottom lashes. The eyes are almost done. I'm going to go ahead and just take a bit of the lighter shade and highlight my brow bone as well, because I haven't done that yet. So we're just going to get a little bit of this right underneath the brow. I'm going to use that crown brush that I used to set my face with. I'm going to take my NYX High Definition Blush in Taupe to do the contouring. I'm just going to start right at this corner. We're going to go over it with bronzer, because this is a little bit ashy, as I don't know if you can really tell. It's a little bit on the ashy side. You want to go a little bit lighter with it. I'm just going to do a little bit right here and right here. And I'm just going to take a tiny bit for my nose as well. Just a little bit. I'm just going to take this Real Techniques brush. It is the blush brush, but just like some of you guys are saying, I don't like using this for blush either. I actually like using this to blend and I think it also works really well with like a bronzer. I'm going to use my Milani Light Tan Multitasker face powder, which isn't technically a bronzer, but since it's a little bit darker than my skin tone, I love it as a bronzer, as like a really soft bronzer, and just as something to add a bit more color to my skin. Now for blush, I'm going to use the Sigma Powder Blush Brush, my e.l.f. blush in the shade Mellow Mauve. Just looks like that. I'm just going to take some of that, and we're going to get that right onto the higher planes and blending it down to the apples of the cheeks. This has very fine shimmer. It's not too shimmery, so I really like it. Okay, last but not least, I'm excited about this part because we're using the L'Oreal 24-Hour Lip Color. I'm going to be using the shade Everlasting Caramel, and I kid you not, guys, this lasts so long. I still have remnants of it on my hand. You would think I was like dirty and I don't wash my hands, but it's actually really difficult to remove. So I have that on there ever since yesterday. To apply this, you don't want anything on your lips. Nothing on the lips, no lip liner, no lip balm, nothing. Trying to get it as even as possible. Okay, so from here you just want to let this like set before you put the balm over it. You won't have to touch up your lips for the rest of the evening or occasion. You just will moisturize your lips like you normally would. See, there's no transfer. If you want a little bit of shimmer here, let's go ahead and do it. I'll just use that blending brush from Sonia Kashuk because I didn't really use it for anything. Take a bit of this shimmer shadow and just get it right here. Right on the higher planes of your cheeks. You can take what's left and then put it down the bridge of your nose as well. My Cupid's bow. And just a touch right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this, whatever occasion you're going to and you're going to do this look for. Have fun. Please try out the look. If you do try it out, please just hashtag xteeener so I can see it because I love when you recreate any of my looks or anything I do in my videos. And that's all. See you guys again soon. Bye!